Hey everybody, this is an unusual shot, but look how cute Henry's paws are. It's like he's holding his own hand. He's holding his own paw. He's crossed his paws. That's so cute. Well, I'm going to do another psalm, and how about 64? It just came to my head. I kind of like reading the psalms this way where I just pick a number. Okay, Psalm 64. For the director of music, a psalm of David. Hear me, my God, as I voice my complaint. Protect my life from the threat of the enemy. Hide me from the conspiracy of the wicked, from the plots of evildoers. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim cruel words like deadly arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent. They shoot suddenly without fear. They encourage each other in evil plans. They talk about hiding their snares. They say, "Who will see it?" They plot injustice and say, "We have devised a perfect plan." Surely the human mind and heart are cunning, but God will shoot them with his arrows. They will suddenly be struck down. He will turn their own tongues against them and bring them to ruin. All who see them will shake their heads in scorn. All people will fear. They will proclaim the works of God and ponder what he has done. The righteous will rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. All the upright in heart will glory in him. Wow. Okay, well, that's a powerful psalm, Psalm 64. And yeah, I know I've said this before, but I remember when I first became a believer and I would read the Psalms like many moons ago. And, they were like this, it was like, wow. I mean, I couldn't relate to it because I didn't feel like I had enemies, and I didn't feel like there were conspiracies of the wicked around. And I don't know. I didn't feel like threatened, but I can say that's changed now. I laugh, but it's true. It's like creepy now, um, the world. And there are people now who would definitely, you know, uh, you know, be my enemy because they would call me, a Zionist and Jewish, and you know, or maybe even because I believe in Jesus. But right now it's more, because they would because of Zionism, what they perceive as they would perceive me as an enemy because we can see that in the news and in the world. So yeah, so now as I read the psalm, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I do relate to this. But the good thing about the psalm is, verse 10, the righteous will rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. All the upright in heart will glory in him. And really, my definition of Zionism is simply that God keeps his word to his people, that he made a promise, that God, the maker of heaven and earth, promised a certain land on this earth to a certain people, and that it was a gift to them for his purposes. And so that's my definition of what that means. And the word Zion is just all throughout the Bible. I mean, it's everywhere. It's a place. It's in Jerusalem. It's just a place, and it's a people. And And then in Isaiah, which we'll read when we come to it, and also in Romans, it says that the deliverer will come out of Zion and will come to Zion. So, that's Jesus. I mean, he Jewish. So, yeah, I forgot I was going to make some kind of point. Oh, anyway, so yeah, now as I read these psalms that I never used to relate to, I now relate to them. Oh, interesting. Um, but I think let's say a prayer. Say a prayer, and we'll pray. As Jesus taught us to pray for our enemies. So I'll do that because apparently I have them now. So out there somewhere. Okay, we'll pray. Lord, thank you for your word and for the comfort that we have in your word, and that all who take refuge in you will never be disappointed. I do pray, Lord, as Jesus taught us to pray for our enemies and to love our enemies. So I pray for those people who don't really know what they're doing when they do the things they do that are violent or hurtful. Some people do know what they're doing exactly, and they're just filled with hate. And other people just kind of are misinformed, or just kind of, yeah, just not realizing the righteous cause they think they're fighting for is actually the opposite. So I just pray for them, for the people who don't really know what they're doing, that you would just give them wisdom and help them see who you are. And also for the people who really do know what they're doing, and just are filled with violence and hatred, that you would, rescue them from darkness and from a way that leads to destruction, even as the psalm says. I mean, it's not going to end well for them at all. So I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but I pray that you would, help them to see who you are, because we know that can happen. Because the Apostle Paul, I mean, he thought he was working for you. He thought he was totally zealous for you, and he was, putting Christians in prison and persecuting them, and he thought he was doing your work, but he was actually, on the other side. Didn't realize he was working for the enemy, Satan. But then you showed up and let him know who you were, and look, he wrote most of the New Testament. So we know you can reach people, and so we lift up um, these people to you. And I do pray for my YouTube friends, that you would help them to enjoy their lives and enjoy you, and enjoy the people in their lives, and the furry people in their lives as well, their pets. And I pray for the peace of Jerusalem and the peace of Israel. And today is Monday, and I'm going to post this on Friday. So I don't know what's going to happen in the world between now and then, but we do pray for your return, Jesus. Pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, look at the cute paws. Look at those paws. Everything's okay if you just look at the cuteness of those paws. All right, bye.